in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Just a really bad mental error. 2nd and 15 after the delay of game. They'll give it to Brown. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. One more time, it's Brown. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away. It doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Cobb. Makes it past the marker. Flying out to the left. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the ground, and they'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to need to work on those angles, that's for dang sure.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts him on top 21-6. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
Number 38, set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking for a deep man. right down the field. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to throw it again. Still looking, on the move. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier, swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling onto a massive fumble recovery.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll keep it on the ground. Push down for the tackle.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Brown wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Runs through a tackle. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The run inside. It's Cobb. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it again. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking for space. It's Cobb. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. At the 45 on its way. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Ballmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Brown will throw it. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, you're trailing here in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the first down, yes, but also getting out of bounds to try and preserve as many seconds.
Could be an alley. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
That's a first down for the offense.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking downfield on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They're dealing with a second and long. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Spits it out to the back. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Buried before he could blink.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation. They use...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm... Arizona State Sun Devils and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Restated State Ohio, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but
That thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Snap it to the back. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hamilton.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Hucks it out of the air. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Throwing Sellers. Fires to the wideout. It's intercepted. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
Great job by the defense. They got penetration in the backfield. They were trying to throw for it to get the two-point conversion, but instead the defense comes up with a massive sack.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. A pretty good job by the coverage unit. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Sellers. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Clark. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Sellers from the gun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Hand off for Brown. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush four guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play called defensively.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He might want another play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got his man. Defense coming up with a huge stop, perhaps to force a field goal that wouldn't make it a 2-possession game.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Working that left side now. Touchdown ASU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He will be stopped short, just shy of the goal line, and the 2-point conversion attempt will fail.
Arizona State 12, South Carolina 0. Number 12, set to kick this one away.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Tuggle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right?
There he goes. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they
fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
He might have gotten way too greedy there, held it too long, and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss.
You're going to get some of this with this guy, and that's okay. You live with it as an offense. He'll make some big, enormous plays for your team, but this time, man, just too much dancing. Trying to make a big play, trying to get out of the situation. Nice job by the defense corralling him and getting him on the ground.
After that sack, the offensive line better get its stuff together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. Third down. Sellers from the gun on third down. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting it.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Dances away to buy time. Keeps it going. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Running inside. It's Brown. Might have a chance. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. QB got it himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Touchdown, Arizona State! What a catch in the end zone for 6.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
Here comes the 2-point try. Looking to throw. Under fire. And they got it. The The Sun Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sellers. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Clark. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A great catch and run for 6.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Arizona State offense takes over. 1st and 10.
The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive game, making your situation really good on the next game.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, here's Brown. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position. Offense in an empty set. Throwing, Sellers. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Grab behind the line, it's Clark. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Here's Sellers to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back.
The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Second and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. The play fake. Fires it down the seam. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Finds a seam. And he scores! Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play. Take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Sellers. He's going for the big play. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Makes the grab. Racing down the left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hamilton. Turning it on. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wants to go right back downfield. Got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Look out, he's got maybe a crease. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Hamilton. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's got it on the right. Caught, and he's got room. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Throwing Sellers. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Well, here we are. It's every quarterback's dream. You're down by a score late in the game, 2-minute situation. You get to march your offense down the field and win this game. Use your timeouts, use the sidelines, clock it when you have to, and do what you practice every day, the 2-minute drive.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Here's Sellers to throw. Uncorks one. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Again, it's Sellers. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to run it. Gets the first himself. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to...
Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Had to throw it before he wanted. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
On third and short, the power run here. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Sellers from the gun on third down. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up empty, and the ball game is over. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know.
A neutral site matchup here today with fans from both sides filling the stadium. It's the UCLA Bruins against the Arizona State Sun Devils. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Joel Klatt. Holly Rose on the sidelines experiencing the weather conditions today. Hey, Holly.
I can tell you there is a lot of excitement down here on the field. The energy is electric, and it is gorgeous weather here late in the season. The sun is out, and we're looking forward to some good football. As they say, it is perfect football weather. We're going to get great passing, good running conditions here on the field today. I'll keep you posted on how that plays out as the game goes along. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Holly. Clearly, both teams are going to have to adjust to the weather here today.
The Sun Devils will kick this away to start us off.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It's Iamaleava. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
I really like the mindset of this quarterback. Take what the defense gives. You don't have to press the ball down the field all the time.
A 5-yard gain is a win on first down. Sets up now 2nd and 5. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Ellis. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, I can't tell you how vital it is to be on the same page as a quarterback and wide receiver, and part of that is understanding the coverage that you're seeing. When you run these drag routes and you get man coverage, you put your chin into your shoulder and you run through green grass. If you continue to run and that quarterback is on the same page, you can get a big play. This is a nice job of recognizing the coverage and ultimately getting a completion.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. So the completion yields 7 yards. Solid gain to set up 2nd and 3. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. And the runner takes off to his right. And he goes nowhere. Stop pull behind the line of scrimmage.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something there.
Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Touchdown, UCLA. Way too much speed on that play.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, here's the thing with these run plays to the wide receiver, the tight end, something creative like this, is that you generally have to establish a rhythm before you get to this. And I don't think that they've done that. Once you attack the defense with your traditional run game, traditional pass game, that's exactly when they're set up to get hit by these more exotic run plays. They need to do that first before we start trying these sweeps on the outside.
Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost them 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. That's a shaky way to start the series. A false start backs him up, makes this 2nd and long. And he'll set up to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
It is such an advantage for an offense to have a running back that can get on the outside and catch the football, in particular when a defense wants to run man coverage. You can see this is a mismatch here. He's faster than the linebacker, and he gets the ball and gets a nice gain down the field.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Chris, somebody needs...
Great, check this out, Joel. The offense is going to go for it here on 4th down. Stabbed out of the air with one hand. That decision to go for it on 4th down doesn't work out. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll hand it off. He's got space. Heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Still of this offensive machine.
Well, this is what makes him such a great player, is that once he breaks that first level and he gets to the second and third level, he's just so elusive and he's so explosive, and the defense just cannot corral him, and he takes off for a big touchdown. This guy is just electric on the outside. What a great back.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for his big tight end. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Breaks into the open. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, we knew this was going to be a key for this defense. They had to impact the quarterback, make him feel you in that pass rush, and they're able to get to him and hit him as he throws. That play right there, that'll pay dividends the rest of the game.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Off target and incomplete.
To play this position well, you've got to have great mechanics, and more specifically, Chris, you got to have great feet. And the footwork is just all wrong here. He threw this off his back foot, never going to be accurate, and clearly this ball is not in a place where he wants it to be.
Coming after him. Catch made on the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
That's exactly what you want to do on offense here. You've got the lead, and then you've got a short field. Put the pedal down, hit the end zone, and now they're able to do that. This offense is in a great rhythm. That needs to continue the rest of the day.
Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking deep downfield to the left. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
No. You can't make that throw as a quarterback. The defense is all over that. The eyes are in the backfield. It's zone coverage. They know exactly where he's looking, and he's staring at his intended target the entire time. That throw has got to go in a different direction.
They look to throw it here on second down. With the catch, it's Butler. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. And the Sun Devils come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Oh, the pocket collapsing. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, it's tough for a quarterback on 3rd and long, but they just don't get the protection right here. There's nobody open. The offense is not executing at a...
Sorry to interrupt, Joel, but this offense is going to go for it here on 4th down. trying for a 4th down completion. Lets it fly to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Look out, he's in the clear. Past the 20. And he steps out at the 4.